Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is showtime. Hi, how you doing? All right, I'm still kind of waking up. I've been up for about an hour. Took forever to download the game, and Streamlabs isn't playing with it well, so I have to do it full screen mode instead of window capture mode. But we're ready to go, and here we are. New game. Combat is assisted, survival assisted, exploration assisted, assisted casual and challenging. Challenging, casual, and assisted. Challenging is recommended. No, you don't understand. I'm bad at games. Veteran, intense. Interesting. So that's the combat, but the exploration. Exploration is challenging. No, I'm just going to play for fun. I'm an old man. We old folks, do wish to proceed. The playstyle may be changed at any time from the settings. Then, yes.
Windscale, the pride of Britain, nestled in the picturesque Lake District, the state-of-the-art atom plant has transformed this rugged landscape into the envy of its northern neighbors. Scientific progress waits for no one.
My understanding is the Windscale disaster was real, although not big. Well, not that big. And certainly not like it is here.
Expeditions into the area have been lost. Where did you get such an idea?
No more reconnaissance flights. The interference field is bringing down aircraft like clay pigeons. Let me be clear. Our experts are monitoring the situation, and I would urge everyone to remain calm. The situation in Cumberland is well in hand.
Totally not a cover-up going on here. We promise. Honest. What, because you're bleeding badly? I'm not sure. I don't know how I got here.
We don't know. Lying here in a sealed bunker inside the quarantine zone, and you don't know.
That's pretty much, yeah.
Listen, I'll help you. Explain what I can. But I need your help in return, all right? You're trapped in the quarantine zone around the Windscale atom plant. That's where it all went wrong. The only way to Windscale is through the interchange. You need my key card. You'll never get in. There are people. Oh, God. People who will help you escape, but they won't do it for free.
Nobody does nothing for free.
I lost so much blood. There should be supplies nearby. Alcohol or medicine. Stop the bleeding, please.
I received a recipe for bandage. I'll see what I can do. Oh, well, applying alcohol will make things feel much better, I'm sure. I can jump. I can run. What do we got? I have a phone. I need to... Let's see, controls. Need to reduce the mouse sensitivity. Oop, down to 20, I think. Hopefully that will make it better. Yeah, that's better. I'm looking for... Got cloth. Old Hound whiskey. Backpack. Crafting. Alcohol. Oh, I need 3 more cloth. Is there more in here? A lot of whiskey hanging around. 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, 1 beer. That's 2 cloth. Crate has cloth and alcohol. I need 1 more cloth. Yep, that'll do it. K for crafting, of course. I spell crafting with a K. Bandage, crafting, restores, filters, craft.
Please, a bandage. Please help me.
Here, I have the bandage to stop the bleeding.
Thank you. Delayed the inevitable, I'm afraid. But at least I can think more clearly now. Here's my key card. It will get you out of here and into the exchange. It doesn't matter what else happened. As long as the truth of this place gets out.
The truth is out there.
Everything I remember. It's not much.
I am early. It's 10:53 in the morning here.
There's still every chance that something bad may happen to me. And you shouldn't be here when it does.
The game released for the Head Start at 7 a.m. my time, not 6 a.m.
It's rare to find anyone who has the slightest spark of kindness in this place.
Well, I'm a kind person.
May help you to survive. I hope so.
I might be able to.
The change holds the truth. You must not forget. It's important.
Okay, the interchange. Got it. Anything else? Anything? Anything at all?
If you manage to get out of here, the truth has got to get out with you. It's vital.
What truth is that? Got anything else?
It doesn't matter how you got here. It matters what you do next.
Alright, well, I went through all of that, so I'm guessing... No, I don't see anything in that area. Alright, I guess we're going up.
We all got up there. Everything is a threat.
I'll squeeze through. Notice electric lock.
Quarantine protocol is in effect. This door must remain sealed. Emergency access has been granted.
Okay. A new lead found. The interchange. Searching for the interchange. Information and notes you find are recorded as leads, track leads to pin them in your map and the lead tracker. All right. Leads. Okay, well, we've got a full how to play. Nice. Backpack, crafting skills, investigation, the interchange, searching for the interchange, track it. We got some assorted scrap. Notice electric lock. No power to that electric lock. Presumably we have to. Oh, outlaw. Come on. Something from an outlaw. How I knew he was an outlaw, I don't know. But I knew. I could just tell. That daft suit of yours must be filled with blood by now. Let's just finish things. Saving. Autosave. Your work here is vital. It's also secret. Buck's clever. Keep mum. Okay, that's not that one. It's that one. Oh, crawl through. Oh, there's somebody over there. I'm going to guess the aforementioned outlaw. He's got a Bobby's hat on.
Off with you, or you'll regret it.
You have been spotted and are considered a threat. The threat meter fills, you'll be attacked. Back off to lower threat.
Go on, get out of it. I see you.
He sees me. I can crawl through there. C, right click for a strong melee, and F for a kick. What's he got on him? Alcohol and little scrap. I don't like being threatened by random outlaws, you know? Sometimes you just gotta beat the living crap out of a man. We have no power there. A door here. More scrap. I'm guessing generator. A little bit of scrap. Jet Ace Logan, evil in orbit. Show details. Comic. Spectres in space. I can't really make that out very well, so we'll assume it's just nifty. Key items, modified key card, right? And in the notebook, the main story, searching for interchange. Right, we're tracking that. Why it's still marked with the exclamation point, I don't know. But it is, and that bugs me. Many things bug me, but one of the things that constantly does is if I have some sort of interface information that has an exclamation point, like I'm supposed to, you know, look at it, and then it doesn't go away. Well, first things first. Because if they didn't do first things first, they wouldn't be first things now, would they? Just don't want to, you know. I am a FOMO kind of gamer, always have been. Better than I used to be, thanks to PoE. Before PoE, man, I would exhaustively track down every nook and cranny in games. PoE, that's just not worth the time. Oh, Dr. Powell. I don't like that if you move the mouse off the focus, it goes away. You have to relook at it. I have a new finding. Derelict bunker. Stay inside. Powell, don't think about going back outside. That bloody radio is useless in the zone, and fixing it will be the death of you. Outlaws are sniffing around now. They might have spotted me on my last trip. I have to go one more time. I think the key card is finally working, and I don't want to forget where the damn place is before I can try it. I'll be back by morning. Stay inside. I'm guessing things didn't work out as well as they might have hoped. Given the fact that, you know, they're both dead. I'll have to get used to holding this shift to, more scrap, to run as Nightingale, which I've been playing on stream for the last week or so. It's a toggle. Exiting the bunker. There's a secret facility called the Interchange somewhere in the zone. Nice looking. Slattendale. Lovely sounding name. Slatten. Pardon me. This phone call's for me. Hello? Who's this? Who's Oberon? New finding, Oberon must die. Answered the phone to a mysterious voice on the other end. I don't know, could it hear me? It was just a recording. Before the line cut off, it kept repeating a phrase, Oberon must die. For the courtesy of others wanting to use this phone, please keep all calls brief and no longer than 15 minutes. Thank you. Well, I am courteous survivor of whatever the hell has happened here. This is always an issue for me in games. Do I want to go that way or do I want to go up? I think I'm going to go up. I don't have any weapons or anything, other than, of course, the fists of fury that nature provided me. We've got water. I hear good things about water. Alright, tea. We are in England after all. That will be very useful for barter, I would expect. Some scrap. More scrap. Note to self, remember when the Holocaust, sorry, the apocalypse comes. Not the Holocaust, the apocalypse. Scrap will be very useful. You don't want to run out of scrap. We've got a dude. Stealth. Noise will alert nearby enemies to move quietly, walk, or crouch. Behind an enemy, C for takedown. Sadly, I think he's looking at me in this direction anyway. No, he's not. It's nice that he is self-labeling as an outlaw. Whoop.
Don't you go asking for trouble or you'll get it.
Well, so much for... I now have a truncheon. I don't plan on throwing a melee weapon. That only works in movies. Some glass and some bread. A little bit of a chopper. Get to the chopper. been appears to have been ooh, a little pistol ammo. No pistol yet, but ammo. Oh, another deader. Private Dagonet. Shotgun ammo, coded message, Agravain's lockbox key, and more alcohol. Well, I'm totally down with all of those things. A new lead found. Coded message. Find Agravain's meeting spot in the Slattendale rail yard. A message written in code. The translation's been scribbled beneath it. Absent yourself from convoy as soon as possible. Be discreet. There's a shed in the Slattendale rail yard. Grid reference. Blah, blah, blah. Make your way there. If I cannot wait, I'll leave supplies. Use the key to access them. Agravain. Key items. All right. That's that. That's the current location. That is presumably the rail yard. We've got a box of some sort over there that has nothing in it. Now I'm wet. Ah, wet shoes. They're just the worst. Slate Mine Caves. Now entering Slate Mine Caves. I'm not sure if we want to go here, as I'm not sure this takes us any place immediately useful. More whiskey. Yeah, I think we'll stick with the outside for now. Yeah, 2 trackable leads in this region, so. I want to drive the machine with a gun, please. Cricket bat. A grenade. Glue and string, okay. Unexplored bunker. Wow. You have to explore the unexplored, you know? Bunker L7. We were in L8 initially, I believe. Another body. A torch, a hatchet. Yeah. I don't understand why the hatchet didn't show up as a weapon. No change there. Backpack. Tool. High damage, average attack speed. That is average damage, fast attack speed. There was a hatchet. I picked up the hatchet. It appears to have vanished. Perhaps it is just considered like a tool instead of... That's weird. I don't know what happened to it. glue. I would think rope would be useful, but evidently not. Oh, that's of questionable approachingness. Training stimulants can be used to unlock new buffs or abilities in the skills menu. Skills abilities shown with the training stimulants. The skills menu shows you the amount of training stimulants required to unlock each skill. Some skills aren't available by default. These must be learned from training manuals, which can be found throughout exploration or bought from traders. Once the manual has been used, the skill becomes available in the learned skills. What is the skills menu? Wow. Is it under game, tutorials, gameplay? EULA. Where's the freaking keyboard commands? Controls preset. User interface. That's a little bit labyrinthine to hide that way. What do we got? Gameplay. Aim, fire. User interface. Player menu. What the? Let me try that again. All right. Controls preset. Set layout for controls. Customize. Contextual general. EQC, takedown, ranged, melee, throwables. What the? User interface. Where's the skills menu? Category F. Show skills. Space. No, that's not it. What the? Come on, guys. Seriously. What the hell are you doing with this kind of horseshit menuing? Pause menu. Player menu. Open skills. L. Jesus. That threw 4 interfaces to get to that. Skills menu. Select, collect training stimulants and spend them to master new skills. Find and read training manuals. Right. Throwables radius. Throwables damage. Weapon throw training. Not really interested in throwables. Scavenger. Charisma. Disarm traps. Pardon the yawn. Kill momentum. Quick stun duration. Search bodies and containers faster. It says it requires one. Do I not have one? I thought I had one. I picked one up. Is it specific? So it looks like the only thing I can learn right now is either ranged combat for thrown weapons or kick stun duration. Let's go with that. So apparently any given thing can only be used for some stuff, which more or less makes sense. Is that dude not dead? He's glowing and appears to be gripped by glowing blue stuff. Okay. He is a feral. He has scrap and cloth. We'll take those. Tea. He wasn't angry or attacking me. He just wanted tea. Training stimulant, William Roberts' diary, and more booze. William Roberts' diary, 24 September 1957. I might go mad here. I'd rather they'd sacked me on the spot. Lord, what I'd give to be back where the action is, to see the inside of the interchange again. Doing work I was actually good at, work that meant something. Make it a month sober, William, at least one pitiful month. Then they'll let you back. They have to. I wouldn't bet on it, dude. We've got 2 things of tea, which in England makes me a wealthy man, for sure. So the implication on the hatchet was that it was a throwable weapon? Oh, there's the skills. Okay. Whatever that was, I don't think I want to get any closer. He was a feral. Take some cloth. Another glass bottle. More pistol ammo. A pistol would probably be good at some point. Some rifle ammo, sure. If nothing else, I can throw it at enemies. Buried secrets. New lead found. Use a metal detector to find a buried cache at blah blah blah. Coordinates. You came from the interchange. Do not forget where you came from. Do not forget where you buried the secrets. Blah, blah, blah. Secrets will help you remember the interchange. It is November 1957. You're the only one left. Do not forget the ones trapped inside. Do not forget the quarantine protocol. Do not listen to the voices. Cloth. Body. Well, we have a revolver. It's rusty, but we have it. Pneumatic dispatch tube. Access the cache. Unused items can be stored in pneumatic dispatch cube. All tubes have access to the stored inventory. Okay, so this is your shared inventory spaces. Let's drop our tea in there. Pistol round, rifle round, arrows. No, rifle round. So pistol round, like machine gun round, arrows, rifle rounds, shotgun rounds. Up on top. Oh, it must have been, the hatchet must have been a crafting item. We've got thread, scrap, soda pop, glue, I think, water, cloth, booze, glass. Okay. I'll go ahead and do a manual save. My first one. We grow up so fast. Oh. I turned it on. That's it's not the most interesting record that I've ever heard. Scrap and meat. Meat. Nothing tastes quite as meaty as meat. You can quote me on that. Back out to Slattendale. That's the cave. That's the bunker. That's the buried secrets. So apparently we can only track one thing at a time. Open leads. Searching for the interchange. Buried secrets. Huh. Can you have multiple? Okay, so that one is not currently being tracked. Nor is that. So you can only have one thing tracked at a time. And that is the buried secrets. That one. That's the metal detector one. We don't want that one tracked. That's the one we want tracked. As that is... That's the coded message, okay. Don't think we can get across there. I don't think they'd let us. Alright, so now we're headed down the other way. Nice, good rusty gun. I'm sure it's going to work fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, L8 was the bunker we came in at. We already poked around in here, did we? No, I don't think we did. Potatoes. Or potatoes. I don't think I've ever actually heard anyone call them potatoes outside of the song.
Hey, look, stranger. Not saying you were on this stretch before.
No, Army. Hi, Nat.
How do?
How do?
Where did you come from then?
My mom. Unsure. I have no idea how I got here.
You must have taken a knock on the noggin or something.
That's possible.
You're a decent fellow now. Listen, if you don't mind my saying, you don't look much like a local. You didn't walk in from, from the outside.
Outside? Outside what?
Outside the zone, of course.
The Zune?
Heck, you really don't remember out, do you?
Where am I? What is this place?
This place, the quarantine zone. That's what the soldiers called it. Just sort of stuck after a while. It's this big old chunk of land inside the walls. They put those buggers up fast enough when it all went to clag in here.
Clag.
By the way. Forgive me being curious of strangers. This place has been on for years. There've been strange happenings.
Well, your facial hair is one of the strange happenings, my friend.
Not civilized round here anymore, just savages that roam about. And a few survivors, like yourself.
So you're not one of the savages. Strange things, like Someone calling you from a phone box?
For what? Phones have been disconnected for years. Take a knock on the noggin, did you?
Evidently. Never mind then. Forget I mentioned
I
it.
don't blame you for being confused. It messes about with you, this place.
Aye, it does.
Could have been bad. Ever
Bad.
since the government built that plant across the water. Shady, secret stuff them scientists were up to. Whatever they were doing, they were right keen to bury it when it went wrong.
Go on.
I overheard them once, the blokes in naughty suits. The ones that appeared right after the disaster.
Keep
Talking
talking.
about their quarantine. How they had to seal the place. Said something about an interchange. A secret project. But I should stop talking before I get carried away. Not personal. I'll be a red tag box, that's all. It's what they took me out of the village for, the buggers.
Wait, you mentioned a village? And I thought you said nothing civilized was left.
Ah? Well, I was speaking truth. From a certain point of view.
Oh, thank you,
It
Obi-Wan.
has not been civilized since the soldiers moved in. Running the place like prison camp. Calling themselves protocol. I can point you to it. But I've no desire to return.
Of course not. You have such a nice place here.
Those that steered might have done better out here. Now, I'm not sure I should be saying out more to a stranger.
Please, if you know about this interchange, you must tell me.
Easy now. I only heard the name. But I'd wager it's buried under these hills. This place is riddled with secret bunkers. Or so I've heard. Such things were kept hidden from the likes of us, of course.
Of course.
But look, if you want more, you'd be wise to ask Molly, the tinker.
Molly. Gotcha.
If information has Molly.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Is usually camped just north of here. No, I really shouldn't stop talking. Not personal, but you can't trust anyone too much these days, can you? So long. What's yourself around here, Brian?
All right, so we've got the trader camp there. We've got a village there. We have the encoded message there. That we need a metal detector to find something hidden there. Right. We did have another skill thingy, didn't we? But that's the only one that's highlighted, so I'm assuming, yeah, that's the only thing I can use it for right now. Kill momentum? That's a little dark. Defeating an enemy in melee combat grants a melee damage buff. Well, it looks like kick stun duration will be it then. The War of the Worlds. Ah, very nice. A copy of War of the Worlds. I see what you've got there. That's clever. Let me squeeze through. Ugh. Well, I didn't need to squeeze through after all, now did I? A tin can. Presumably that acts as scrap or something. Huh. Oh, ooh. We've got string. A dead guy who's gone all gray in the face. Shotgun ammo. .12 gauge shotty. Molotov cocktail, scrap, and gunpowder. Alright, how do we... Reload the shotgun. Oh, well, okay. Back with the BT stick. Alright, we're here. Let's go ahead and save again. Well, that ain't natural or normal. Bunch of glowy stuff. Anybody down there? Don't see anybody. Nope, nope. Okay. Yes, yes, evidently. Don't think that's me whistling.
Let's have no strife. Nice and slow now. Let's have no trouble.
Really, no trouble, huh?
I kill.
I had no trouble. Not interested in his cricket bat, frankly. And I have 2 cricket bats, I think. I guess I don't have access to that. I was wondering if I could open it up and let some water through from one place to another, but that doesn't appear to be a thing. Landmark headed. Water wheels. A bird. Because bird is the word. The mill entrance. Let's check the mill. Barred from the other side. Scrap. Tin can. Tin roof. Rusted. Old guy music reference, that one. Full-on drafting board. Didn't expect to see that just sitting around outside. Stick together. Outlaws. I told you Burks to stick together, and the first thing you do is let Ted wander off on his own. And now we're a hand short. As I thought I made very clear we can't just go to the labor exchange to get a new man. You look out for one another like family. That's how we stay alive. I know Ted were an idiot, but that's not the point. Poor Ted. Can't get in. Can't get in. Barred from the other side. Oh, now I can crawl through. I couldn't before. Got a tripwire. Requires the disarm trap skill, which I ain't got, mate. Sorted scrap. More scrap. What's that? More glue. I'm sure that this sleeping bag is totally sanitary. How many years would someone have to sleep in a sleeping bag before it got just appalling? Probably not years. A couple weeks. Got a rifle. And a little bit of rifle ammo. Piss off! Oh. That's right, neighborly of them. Glass bottle. Check up here. Scrap. Shotgun round. Round, shotgun round. It gets around. It gets around. Whee! Yep, I can steal the towel. Nobody's using it. I'm sure it's clean. Sanitary. Very important for these people, I suspect. The outlaws are very, very concerned about sanitation, cleanliness being next to godliness and all. Fingers crossed your cake rises? Definitely. Although, at least for me, I'm still eating it. Whether it rises or not. I mean, it should. There's no reason it shouldn't. But should it not, I'm still eating it. A Kilroy reference. Outlaw, don't know while we're hanging around. We've had all that weren't nailed down already. Yeah. Oh, more pistol ammo. Change the recipe some so you'll see in 25. I look forward to a complete description. What kind of cake are we making? And baking, in general, is more chemistry than anything else. So yeah, be prepared that things could go wrong. Most cooking is a lot of hand waving. You want to add a little extra of that? Knock yourself out. In baking, always a crapshoot. This science city better be worth it. Julia, I've about had it with these government types. Isn't it enough that they bought my quarry from me? Must they come barging into my office requisitioning paperwork before we're even out the door? This place they're building, this science city, better be worth it. Most of it's underground, and they need all the maps of the caves we have. God knows what they plan to do down there. And frankly, it can stay that way. All I ask, they treat my quarry with respect. This is hallowed ground. We are livelihoods to this earth, and it won't end well for them if they mistreat it. Let me know when the sale is cleared and the funds are in our account. Roger Hobbs. Let's see, I'm there. That's the water wheels. I guess that was just a map POI or equivalent. Buried secret. Nat points to Molly. Right. But we're currently on buried secrets, methinks. What kind of cake are we talking? Like chocolate cake, vanilla cake, pound cake. John Steele, special agent. Can't really, at these old eyes, can't really make out the comics very well. That's fine. It's not a big deal. A little bit more pistol ammo. Coconut cake with pineapple filling, pina colada inspired. The pineapple filling may be the problem. Something with that much acid in it might change the chemistry involved in the cake rising. So yeah, concern is, ooh, I didn't notice the tripwire there. It's a weird place to put a tripwire in that no one's going to walk over it. So concern is warranted, I think. Hopefully it still works out. Now, I heard them talking from here. So they must be close. Sponge, pineapple frosting the middle to be more accurate. Well, that should be okay. Nothing else in here. I'm not sure the property values in this place have really maintained their value, you know. Acidity ain't too bad in cakes since it interacts with the baking powder, form more gases, thus the better rise. Yeah, it is just that the chemistry can go wrong. Hopefully it does not. I have not done an enormous amount of baking. I've done a lot of cooking in my life, but not an enormous amount of baking. Partly because I've always been a little bit intimidated by the fact that it is more chemistry than just cooking. I've been in this one. Yeah, that's where the tripwire was, right? All right, so we're here now. Let's go around to that side and see if we can find the buried thing, even though we don't have a metal detector. Stay away or get shot. Huh. They're very welcoming, the locals. Doesn't turn out well. You call it rustic and deconstructed. That is some... that's being prepared, is what that is. Excellent. And I'd go with rustic other than deconstructed. Yeah, deconstructed is more the sort of thing when you're going to get a plate full of 3 disparate things, and they'll pretend that it's something worth paying extra for. I definitely like the rustic call, I think, is the right one. We are... Okay, it's over here. Yeah, deconstructed, I would say, is more of a danger word to use if someone describes it as deconstructed. Rustic, however, that totally works. The deconstructed would be more like the sponge on a plate with a dollop of the frosting next to it, and then some finely minced pineapple in another pile next to it. Now you're talking deconstructed. But rustic, I think, is definitely your winning choice. Oh, we got a... looks like a body, or he's possibly sleeping. No. Body, but... Metal detector. Glass and string. I have picked up the metal detector. Let's see. Is that considered a tool? It is considered a tool. Equipable. Detects buried caches. Pings when a cache is nearby. Metal detector. Hide details. I want to hide the details. I want to figure out how to use the damn thing. Equip. Ah, there we are. Aim the metal detector. Dig. I'm going to guess it's out there. Fishies. Oh, not fishies. Holy crap. I'm being attacked by a swarm of things. What the shit? God damn it. I don't like them. They're not fish. They're something really unpleasant that come in swarms. Crafting. Yeah, let's make one of those. There we go. Alright, I'm healed up again. They're just awful. Maybe, hopefully on the other side of the lake here. Because, do not like. Those things are terrible. Can I drain the place and leave the asshole swarms? It doesn't look like it. That's unfortunate. It ought to be over here somewhere. No, not that one. warmer, getting warmer. Getting less warm, getting warmer. Getting hot. Getting less hot. And that's at the maximum. No, no. That should be it. Ah, that's the higher setting. We got something, I think. There we go, a box. A cache interchange escape route. Entrance to the interchange. New lead found. Enter the interchange from Slatin Dale. The rumored entrance location has been marked on the map. 21st October 1957. We need to get out of the interchange. Keep calm. Be damned, that wasn't a small explosion at the plant. Use Slatin Dale exit. Go there as soon as you get this before they seal the doors. And they will. I've read the protocol. I found you somewhere to lie low. Stay alive, Sam. I'll find you. Below is a hastily scrawled map of Slatin Dale indicating the entrance to the interchange and the location of the bunker. That. That's the entrance to the interchange. That's the village. Pretty big cache to be hiding under that minuscule amount of dirt. They use high technology cloaking technology. Hi, fat buddy. How you doing? Goodbye, fat buddy. Have a day at work. I don't want to say have a good day. That's asking a lot. Have a day. Oh, look at that. My goodness. Give me just a second as I have to ban somebody. Yep, and yep, there we are. So far, the game is good. The UI is a little dicey. As an example, it took me quite a while to figure out exactly how to open a specific window. That one. Basically, it was 4 tiers of menus to get to finding where that was. The game so far is good. I'm playing it at the easiest difficulty, so not very challenging. I don't really want it to be. I'm more interested in the story and playing through the game. Yeah, exactly. A good day at work is a bit of an oxymoron sometimes, depending on the job and the day. I've had good days at work, but that was in the very distant past. It's been years since I had a day at work at all. Retirement. It really is all it's cracked up to be. So far the game is fine, but I'm not very far in. I've been playing for about an hour. Also, I'm a bit of a completionist, so I'm taking the scenic route, wandering around a lot, poking around at things, that kind of stuff. I'm a bit of a FOMO gamer when it comes to being in a game, in that I don't want to miss something cool and nifty. And so I tend to go to too much tracking down too much detail and making sure I go into every little home and poke around and see if I can get goodies and all that stuff. For those of you who wonder who I might be talking to, I am dual streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. And so if you don't see what I'm referring to, it's usually... It'll be... Let's have no strife, eh? What the shit? What? That may have been a mine. Is somebody shooting at me? They are. They're shooting at me from over there. Holy crap. Don't know what you've started, Sunshine. Well, yeah, I actually kind of do. You're shooting at me, you jerks. Holy crap, there's a lot of them. Bit of the old Volt Ultra violence, yeah, seems like. My drogue. They've gone. Well, not really. But I do need to make, let's say, a couple of bandages. Now, I have a metal detector, but I'd rather not use that right now. Yeah, you must have been imagining it. Except for the 3 guys I laid out. Not very often you're going to get a Clockwork Orange reference in my stream. I got to give you that. Full marks. Just keep a lookout, just in case. An awful lot of those asshole outlaws. I'm hidden. They can't see me. But I can't seemingly see them either. Am I looking in the right direction? Now I am. I don't see anybody. There seemed to be outlaws all over the place instantly once I got their attention. Yeah, maybe later. Don't understand why I'm not... Oh, there I am. I am hidden again. So it looks like bushes don't hide you, but the grass does. Which is a little on the odd side, but sure. Behind this bush? No. I am desperately trying to spy. I mean, there were like 5 or 6 of them. They were shooting at me. Something went kaboom. Maybe a grenade. Maybe I stepped on a mine. Not clear. I'm hidden again. I hear whistling, which is them. There they are. Well, yeah, Jesus, yes, there's like a bunch of them. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid trouble. There's like a batch of 4 or 5 of them. So I'm guessing is they're walking in a patrol pattern. Four, 5, 6.
All those banks just sitting abandoned. I bet there's gold in them safes just ripe for the taking.
That must be what it is they're working in a patrol pattern. So as long as I don't interfere with the pattern, I should be fine. He had nothing. These are the ones I beat the crap out of. There were 3, I thought. Yeah, there were 3. Not sure where the 3rd one went. We just need to be careful of them in patrol. We should be okay, theoretically. Theory is a marvelous thing. Overwrite, yeah. But oftentimes it has little or nothing to do with practice. How close are we? Very close. Oh, there they are again. The rail yard. Don't be daft. Nobody wants trouble. Should be in here somewhere. Radio. Agravain's lockbox. Got another revolver, more pistol ammo, and a sticky bomb. Not enough recipe and space in the backpack. Let's see. Marks rusty. Marks, they're identical. Stores a small amount of health over time. Sure, let's eat some bread. Sticky bomb recipe. Crafting recipes. To add the recipe, select read from the item dropdown. Learn. I have learned how to make sticky bombs.
We need to take more stuff. Living hand to mouth like this is right bad.
It's right bad, lad. Aye. It is right bad, you know? Aye, lad. Right bad. Not like strong bad, but right bad, you know? Right, well, can I ride the choo-choo train? I want to steer the choo-choo train. It won't let me. I want to complain. Makeshift throwable explosive. I really don't think I need the cricket bat. I assume there'll be some resale value in the pistol. Yeah. Some gunpowder. Alright, let's see what we got in the investigation. Infiltrators, coded message. I found this. There's a shed in the railway. Take your way there. Cannot wait. I'll leave supplies. Use the key to access them. Oh, I must have used the key then, right? Crafting. I can now make sticky bombs. Gunpowder. Glue. I don't have enough glue. And scrap. Well, it takes actually rather a lot of glue. Bandages. I have one in the inventory right now, I think. Messages. Make your way there if I can. Leave you supplies. Why do I still have this quest? It should have been done. Ah, there it is. Orders from Agravain. New lead found. Search Casterfell Woods at such and such coordinates. Comrades, this is Agravain. The convoy is gone. I watched your helicopter go down south of here. If any of you survived and are reading this, I couldn't wait. But I've left you some supplies. You should already have the key to access them. Your orders remain the same. Find out what happened to our comrades that were trapped here 5 years ago. Their last signal before blackout originated from Casterfell Woods. Grid reference, blah, blah, blah. The storm drain nearby should take you there. Good luck. At the bottom of the letter is a carefully sketched map of a storm drain entrance in Slatten Dale. We'll track that. Map is updated. That's the storm entrance. We've got that, which is the rumored entrance to interchange. I don't think we need the compass marker anymore. We found the thing that was buried there. Remove compass marker. Like that. Villages, supposedly, and... Resolve points to Molly, camped out north of Slattendale. That's the escape route. Orders from Agravain. On track and track. It should be back on the map now, right? Well, that was there. Whatever I did, place compass marker. Well, that should be fine then. All right. Should be over in that direction. I'm hidden. They can't see me. I am invisible lens. I can't see them. I can hear him whistling.
Steady now. We'll have no strife. Hey, bloody hell, what's going on?
I'm hidden.
Keep your eyes peeled now.
Can I manage to take down him? No, he's got a friend over there. Ooh, okay, I was about to try. Oh, we got one right there. That's not great. For me. How about down? If you want to catch people who are wandering around in your area, maybe don't walk around whistling. I'm just pointing that out. That maybe that's not the best tactical choice. Well, there is the water thingy. Yep, that's it. Fellow agents who were last heard from in Casterfell Woods. Oh, it's those little asshole fish again. They can fuck right off. The swarming radioactive asshole fish things. They're just awful. Me no likey. Oh, we've got another deader. The sewer entrance. Bandage and alcohol. All right, that's the wall. Into the sewer tunnels, I guess. Agravain ordered a search for their fellow agents who were last heard from in Casterfell Woods. The main facility is that way. I hear more whistling. I am in a trespass area. If I'm caught, they'll be territorial. Enemies are aggressive and territorial. Okay. Maybe I don't want to be in here then. They've talked me into it. I'd rather be in Slatendale. Okay. All right, 2 trackable leads. That's the sewer tunnels. That's the rumors of a village. And that's the entrance to the interchange. Let's go for the village, I think. We've got another Kilroy was here reference. That's an old World War II thing, but given that this game is taking place in, what, 57-ish? Not inappropriate.
Attention! Wyndham Village is under the authority of the Quarantine Protocol. Acts of banditry and other breaches of the Penal Charter will be severely punished.
He said penal.
In the name of Queen and country, follow protocol or face the consequences.
The diet's coming along on this guy. I can see banditos over there. So they have control of, like, this whole area. Or I guess maybe like more like this area. Anyway, that's the entrance to the interchange. I think probably before we try for the interchange, we should attempt a little more in the way of villaging. I have entered the village of Wyndham.
Well. Just look what the cat dragged in.
Pay attention.
Pre-order bonus.
Under military occupation per the quarantine protocol. You're new around here, eh? Which means you're free to enter. Just keep your nose clean, alright?
New lead found. Multiple leads. Soldier?
Where you go, Opener? Like I said, you're free to enter the village. Move on.
I should be going.
Well, should I shoot him, Sarge?
You should not. Do they look like an outlaw to you?
No, Sarge.
There we go then. Outlaws we shoot. Strangers we let in. Captain's orders.
Thanks, guys. Nice to know that they're you. Ooh. Yeah, that's looking like a atomic plant thing, where maybe, just maybe, something's gone wrong. I hate to say yes, but maybe. Military authority notice: decadent practices will not be tolerated. Well, of course, we can't have any decadence round here, you understand. There will be no decadence in our lovely village. We're British, after all. Well, here we are in Wyndham Village. That is an unknown area. And that is Slatendale. Interchange escape. And that points to Molly. She's supposed to be in this map, I thought. Evidently not. Wyndham Village. Pre-order bonuses. New items to trade. Buried treasure, buried treasure. Visit Alf in the Grendel's Head. You'll find he has new items to trade. Buried treasure awaits. Find a metal detector and dig up the cache. We have 2 locations here in Wyndham Village for goodies. Free goodies. Well, not free. I paid for them. I paid good money for that. Bounties paid on confirmed outlaw captures or killings.
You know what the captain said? We have to move anybody vulnerable inside the inner perimeter.
Alright, it's going up. It's going up. Continuing to go up. Nope, started to go down. I will dig. Poison and burn salve. I don't have enough space. Did I not get rid of that?
Watch me. You should be thanking us for protecting you. You know that? Right, sir. You suppose. Let me hear you say it.
Thank you. Thank you for protecting us.
Won't let me pick up the burn salve. What do I want to drop for the burn salve? This degree of inventory management is never fun. Out of bounds. Something bad happened there, guys? Just I'm going out on a limb here and guessing that's the case. That was seized. Let's see. Any persons who attempt to tamper or interfere with this property will be prosecuted. If any of your family or friends show signs of corruption, report it immediately. Caught early, something. They are having some issues here, it seems like. I hesitate to. Building seized, do not enter. Rally round the flag. Oh! Oh, well, I definitely don't like the look of you. Military has the authority of the British government. I'm certainly not going to argue with the dude in the mech suit. I'm assuming it's a dude. Let's see, that is building seized.
We cannot guarantee your safety beyond the village palings. But do you have a good reason to leave the village?
Chapel Brow. That is a little bit on the imposing side, I have to say. Looks a little bit rusty and stuff, but still. Respect the protocol. Keeps you safe. Trespassers will be shot. Danger, unsafe buildings. We haven't seen, I think, a single building yet that isn't unsafe or seized or... Decadent practices will not be tolerated. It's a good thing I myself have no decadent practices. I don't need the practice. I'm very, very good at it. Have your identification papers ready. I don't have any. I just got here. The town church.
Volunteers are required for work details on scaffold. Work out to help out.
I said to him, "Where's my pal Johnny? What you doing?" And that bloody peacock says, "Oh, Mr. Wilmore is currently detained."
He never. The poor Mr. Wilmore in that prisoner house. What for?
Read. New lead found, Wyndham Residents Association.
Oh, I know.
St. Catherine's Church. More than enough fireworks. Strange not to be celebrating Guy Fawkes Night this year. Still, there was the event at the Atom plant, and that was more than enough fireworks for anyone, I would say. We're all glad that the radiation scare was short-lived. Mr. Pierman was saying he saw signs that the Army were expanding their camp on the other side of the wire. I don't understand why. It feels as if we're, being treated as a threat to the country at large.
If they resolve to do something so awful, I in the church.
Some bugger, pardon my French, wanted to make a scene, sir.
And doom us all in the process. If the captain and his minions find out. Oh,
There's been a murder at the church.
Please leave. Please, I beg of you. Just forget you saw anything here and go. Please.
You want me to ignore a corpse?
These are awful times. If news of this gets out, things will get worse, I assure you.
One moment. That will be a call from a phone scammer. I'm going to mute for just a second.
But I would not ask such a thing if it weren't for the good of the village. It's vital the military don't learn of this. We'll tidy up, but if the captain and his toy soldiers find out, things will become so much worse here.
And they hung up, as usual. Very well, I'll keep quiet.
Thank you. I shall forget your kindness, and no shall Wyndham.
Why is it so important protocol don't find out about this?
If anyone so much as puts a foot out of line here, that captain claps someone in chains. So if he caught wind of a thing like this, I fear for myself and from a congregation. Besides, this is a village matter. We shall attend.
Ah, well, yeah.
If you'll excuse me, I have some things to work out.
And some tidying up to do, it seems like. Maisie Higgins. I don't need her sickle. Bloodied note. St. Catherine's Church. Bloodied note. The note was found on Maisie Higgins' corpse. Her blood is on the paper. Spotted some possible foul play. I'm going to camp out at the ruined cottage by the Mireview Hotel to get a better look. Really, so far the only thing I don't like, well, the UI is not particularly well assembled. I can't take the bread. Is the inventory system. I mean, you're so limited and it just doesn't feel very good with the wheel.
What in heaven's name shall we do with you, Maisie?
Yeah, that won't take it out of my inventory. See, I don't understand the broken line here as opposed to that. This one is currently in the wheel, but the other stuff isn't. I have such a limited inventory. It's really Really annoying. St. Catherine's Church, bloodied note. Vicar asks for my silence, murder in the church. Resolved. All right, tamale. Okay, they do have show the resolved ones. This part of the UI is not especially clear either, but then there are a lot of... The UI is just not good so far.
What do you want? I had nothing to do with Maisie's death, I swear. In God's name. And neither did the vicar. He's a good man. If this gets back to the soldiers, they'll cart him and me both off to jail.
Well, who would want Maisie killed?
I don't know who. Not us. She probably got on the wrong side of someone on account of her. But you should leave. If this is village business and none of yours.
You should tell me your secrets. I might be able to help.
Like I said, this is none of your business, stranger.
Really? You want me to report it?
Detective, stick to the crime scene. Leave us bystanders alone.
Well, there's nothing in the crime scene other than her and a sickle in her guts. Wyndham Village. Oh, I didn't actually want to go in. I wanted to go downstairs because there's a, I don't know, sacristy or something down there. Gotta go back in. I don't know the appropriate lingo for the bits and pieces of a church. Kepler's star is the common name for Kepler's supernova, the last supernova visible to the naked eye to date. Occurred in 1604 in the constellation of Ophiuchus and was visible by day for over 3 weeks. While it's difficult to estimate its range, it cannot have occurred more than 20,000 light years from Earth. It was observed and recorded by disparate civilizations across the northern hemisphere. Oh, it's upstairs. Some more cloth. Ooh, a chest. I don't have the vicar's key. More cloth. Let's take a look upstairs. See what we can see from up top side. Nice cock statue on the table. I wasn't going to go with the cock, but I was going to go with the commentary about why can't I take the chicken statue or now the little British gnome statue. What the shit? Fucking soldier was shooting at me. What the oh, the birds. The goddamn birds. Or bats. They're bats. It's another flock attack. Not a fan. This is a mechanic I don't care for, too. Coming back for more? There was something in there I couldn't pick. It's the burn salve, I think. Let's go back inside. So that is a mechanic I don't like at all. The flock mechanic, whether it's the things in the water or the bats there. That would be the aforementioned cock statue. Maybe a flock of cockroaches down here? Wouldn't that be delightful? Flock of rats? Maybe outside a little flock of seagulls? Old guy music reference. And we've got... Friends heard a report that the scientist Garrow was captured and carted off to the protocol camp in Skethermore. Seems like that's the location of the prison they keep threatening us with. Tread carefully. They've been on high alert ever since she showed up in town. Might be best to lay low until things calm down. Well, that's a door that we're not opening, apparently. Oh my god. Got a buff for bleed resistance. Huh? That seems good. How long it'll last? It's not going to last long. It's already... Requires an unknown key for the Forgotten Cellar. More cloth. Got a flashlight. Might as well use it. $16.25. Well, one of the things I like is there seem to be a lot of loose ends, but that's always an issue for me on a personal level, not on a game level. If I have too many options, I tend to, like, not know what to do. I find that frustrating. Report any suspicious activity. Wyndham Village Hall. Transmission log protocol negative. Transmission test negative. Lots of transmission tests. I got one positive within the zone. The rest have all been negative. Found the local village Wyndham. The place under the control of a group of soldiers calling themselves Protocol. Being a stranger here means the soldiers will let me wander freely. Seems though I was warned not to cause any trouble. St. Catherine's Church. There's the bonus. I am not a fan of the UI here. The dude's wearing a mask? It's a good look for you, guy. Seriously. Keep it up. You're doing a great job. Truly a great job. Tomato tea. I'll pour myself a little tea. I I am British after all, as best we can tell. Cornish pasty. I do like a good pasty, I have to say. I'll eat some potatoes and take up the pasty. Yeah, that would be correct. A little more accurate would be if I were to say on British. I used to actually be able to do a pretty decent British accent because I watched so much Monty Python. Sadly, it's lost its way. Burn salve recipe. I will learn that. I can now make burn salve. If I can make burn salve, maybe I don't need to carry burn salve. We need to deal with June at the tea room. She's smart, keeps her secrets well buried. But there's this stench of corruption about her. She's got history that she's not telling us, I'm sure of it. Best to nip this in the bud. If asked, it's standard sterilization protocol, and we've taken June to the detention facility. Don't let anyone inside the tea room once you've sterilized it, and bring back anything you find of hers back here. Sims.
Well, a new face.
This is the captain.
Good day. You'll forgive me if I'm less than cordial on first acquaintances, I'm sure. New faces often mean trouble. And yet, they may bring new opportunities, too. Tell me, where have you come from?
Uh-huh. I'm just a wanderer trying to stay alive.
If you've wandered out there and survived, then you're doing better than most.
Yes, I'm sure I am.
But I'm sure there's more to you than that, eh? In case it wasn't made clear to you on the way in, Wyndham is under the protection of the protocol. You are permitted to move freely through the village. For now, at least. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. I hope it'll be reciprocated. But don't go causing any
Tea with raw tomatoes. Delightful. Now, they like them cooked. Can't have a full English without cooked tomatoes.
Now, there are certain things I like to discuss with new faces such as you. I would hope a stranger like you could provide me with some information.
Ah, Shirky. Welcome back. British cuisine is hearthy and cozy. In my trip to England, I had like 10 or 12 days in London many years ago. I really enjoyed London, first of all. It's a great city. Incredible stuff to do. Second of all, I actually was quite a fan of pub grub. So I would agree, it is hearthy and cozy. The pub grub generally really good. You get yourself a nice pint with your lunch or even dinner at the pub. Really good fuel type food, but also tasty. I need to AFK for, let's say 60 to 90 seconds. I'll be right back. I am back. I need to check on one thing. Give me a sec. Flashbang coming. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's... For some reason, the game isn't working correctly in one of the modes for Twitch. So I have to use the full screen mode. It's a really nice day out, so I want to get some fresh air. What makes you think I have any information to give? Perhaps. What do you need to know?
I want to know where you came from. I want to know what you can tell me about the outside.
Pardon me. And what will you do with any information? I'm not sure I can help you with that.
Trust me, you will be much better off aiding protocol than crossing us. Beyond our illusions, we must eradicate the corruption that festers here before there is any hope of leaving this blasted place. If we were to work together, you and I, perhaps we might make some progress towards such an outcome. But step out of line, and I will revoke your liberties here just as quickly as they were given.
Wow.
So I ask again, did you come from the outside? What do you know?
My memories are gone. I don't know where I came from.
Well, this is disappointing. I was hoping you'd have something you were willing to share. We imprisoned strangers at the first whiff of trouble, but you can keep your liberties for now.
Thanks.
I trust that will be more conducive to a timely recollection of your origins.
Not really.
In the meantime, beware of this place. Do not be tempted to engage with any of the pagan sentiments.
Pagan sentiments?
They try to foist on you. Such beliefs are dangerous and forbidden. Do I make myself clear? And if you still wish to have protocol's aid, you'll just have to make yourself useful to me in other ways.
If I can help the protocol, I will.
The civilians in this village are a shady lot. Resistant to discipline and up to no good. I'm sure of it. We can hardly get the time of day out of them. But you're an outsider. They may not trust you exactly, but nor are they immediately suspicious of you. Sniff around. Keep your ears open. If you find anything I should know, come to me with it. If you want somewhere to start, well, we've had our eyes on Iris, the baker. I could send a patrol in, of course, but a softer approach might prove more efficacious.
New lead found. I should be going.
Good day, you. Stay at a patrol, eh?
It's a World Cup this year, isn't it? Well, then I guess it's not paper. Guess it's not 57 after all. If there's a World Cup year. 58? Or 50 or 60? 58, I think. Got a lot of paper from the toilet back here. That's the worst mirror I've ever seen. Oh, more toilet paper. I'm sure they won't mind me stealing all of their toilet paper. I mean, they had a large supply, and now they'll just be wiped out. My inventory is full? Those things aren't supposed to go into my inventory. I can make burn salve now. Oh, I don't have iodine in water. That figures. Is there a maximum you can have of these things? Maybe. Gotta say, so far that the inventory system is really frustrating. A slice of cake. Tea. Glue. So, crafting. It doesn't say that there's a cap on things, but there must be, because I can't pick up any more cloth or scrap, I think. So I can pick up glass, but now can I pick up more glass? I think that was at 20. So I'm guessing I can't carry any more. We'll find out the next time I find any glass if it says you don't have any more room for it. The inventory is really, really annoying. The inventory system. It's not good. It's very annoying.
Do as you're told, right?
Right. I'll do as I'm told, right? Right. So far the UI
Citizens of Wyndham,
is bad.
remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal.
Be normal. Yes, I will endeavor, at all times, in all ways, to be normal. Radio drama of yours. Corporal Everett, yes, you have permission to stage this radio drama of yours for 4 episodes, and then we'll see where we stand. My conditions are as follows. The drama will only ever show the protocol force in a good light. It will be educational and morale boosting. While our patrols are named for British animals, you have decided to call this fictional patrol Tiger Patrol. On consideration, this may be as well. Please disregard my earlier suggestion of Vole Patrol. Flint Centurion is a terrible name for a protagonist. He should have a good British name like Enoch or Cedric. Good woody sounding names. So we have over here somewhere a hidden pre-order bonus. There we are. It's going up. It's not going up anymore. Should be over here somewhere. It's going way up. Come on, beep me, baby. That is a follow by Chloe Victus. I have a speech. Get ready for it. Here it comes. Welcome to my humble little stream of a misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Oh, that's lower. There it is. Training stimulants, pistol ammo, and a survivor's revolver. Alright, well. That's the one we currently have. We can drop that one. Store? What the hell? Where is store? How did I not know about store? We have a cache. Oh. High damage, low accuracy, but mine is high damage, high accuracy. High range, low accuracy. Why did I not know about the cache before this? That's just really clumsy. Just really, really clumsy. And the cache is... Oh, okay, that's the cache. I dropped a bunch of stuff into the cache. I now no longer have access to it. That's what it was. Jeez. That's why I don't actually have a cache. I just have the backpack. And this is what my complaint is. The inventory is just... You like the revolver reload animation? Well, yeah, I mean, it feels actually real instead of, the standard... There are no speed loaders here in 1958. In honor and remembrance of the brave men of Wyndham who gave their lives in the Great War, 1914 to 1918... They sacrificed that we might live in peace. You tell yourself that. Remembrance Day Service, 1956. When the call sounded for the young men of Kingdom to go to its defense, the village of Wyndham and the surrounding areas were not found lacking. An entire generation, the Wyndham pals, volunteered to fight. Few of them returned. Their sacrifice is honored by the village cenotaph. In 1947, the names of those local lads who fought and died in the Second World War were added. A penciled note below the text reads, "How about those who died at the hands of the protocol thugs? Who will remember them?" They added the names? I don't see any names anywhere. Alright, that's one of the pre-order bonus caches. That's the one we can untrack. That's the one we want to track. Over there. Ah, Grendel's Head. The pub. Welcome. Food for hardworking villagers only. Monday through Wednesday, mussels and chips. Thursday, Friday, potatoes and vegetables. Saturday, Yorkshire hot pot surprise. Surprise! Sunday, roast potatoes and gravy. That's not a particularly wide variety of things you're offering there. So right now, the big issues as far as I'm concerned, how's the game? Heard nothing about it, but you kind of fell off with the news. Was stuck in the grind for Monster Hunter for weeks. That's not an uncommon disease going around. A lot of people caught Monster Hunter. So far, I find the inventory to be a really annoying implementation, and the UI is poor. Gameplay is fine so far. I consider my two previous complaints to be solidly based in fact. The next one is a non-fact-based complaint. There are so many pointers going in different directions that there's a lot of things, and it feels like maybe I should have an order of things that I'm doing, but if so, I don't know what it is. And I always feel a little bit unstuck in a game like that. It's one of the reasons why I've never gotten very far in, say, Baldur's Gate. Again, that's a me thing. That's not a game thing. So, the UI issues might be explainable if it's coming out for console. If it's a PC-only game, then the UI is unacceptably terrible. As opposed to if it's going to be multi-platform, it's just bad. And the inventory system is incredibly frustrating. The crafting items, it looks like there's a limit that you have. And the backpack is incredibly limiting. It's just awful. Bandages take up as much space as a pistol or a loaf of bread. It's just awful.
A new customer.
Hi, Alf.
How do? Not after we're seeing new faces here.
You look just like the other guy I talked to outside of town.
Welcome to what's like.
Awfully not British name for a pub. You expected something like the Old Pub or the Fox and Hound.
What can I do for you?
Well, let's see. What was the name of the pub in An American Werewolf in London? It wasn't unusual, I think, for British pubs to have sort of grotesque names like the Wolf's Head or something like that, with a very noticeable, like, decapitated wolf's head on it. I think that might have been what it was for American Werewolf in London. Grendel's head is a little more imposing. For anyone not familiar with Grendel, Grendel was the big bad, well, almost big bad in Beowulf. Grendel was bad. Grendel's mother was worse, believe it or not. I'm just wandering around getting my bearings.
You weren't expecting to find a place like Wyndham still ticking over after all what's gone on here, were you now?
That's a bit of a shock. I'm surprised anyone's still alive.
Folk will get used to anything given time.
Pardon the yawn.
Isn't it to say, it's not nice to see some new faces coming through here now and then. Reminds a fella just how strange this all really is. The captain likes strangers too. He treats them better than he does the rest of the village. Means he can do things us regular folk can't.
Why has the captain given me free run of the village?
You're special. It's just the captain's way of getting the measure of you. New faces remind him there's still an outside. Like we hoped you might know a way out of the quarantine zone. Me? Well, I know there isn't one. So I shan't be bothering you on that score. You let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
I'd like to trade. Bartering. Add items to your inventory to the trader's inventory until the scales balance. Okay. All right. He's got a survivor's hatchet. See, there was a hatchet earlier. And for some reason, despite the fact I picked it up, it never appeared in my inventory. So I don't know what the deal is. Ammo, consumables, throwables, weapons. All items. And he's got ethanol. Change the look of the metal detector. Allows firearms mastery to be purchased. Can only be learned once. Melee combat skills to be purchased. Can only be purchased once. Potatoes. Tea, tomatoes. Complete the trade, huh? Wow, what do I have to do to get that?
Don't see many of those.
Trade too heavily in my favor. Okay. Bartering. Each trader has a specific... Yeah. Trade is too heavily... Oh, too heavily in my favor. Got it. It's still too heavily in my favor. Is there anything I could do to make it not in my favor? Jeez. No thanks. Wow. He basically wants everything for that. Change the look of the metal detector. Not enough space in backpack, of course. Okay, well I see you do have a scale up there. I hadn't even noticed that. All right. Bread, pasty, bandage. Bandages are good, evidently. That didn't move it much. That didn't move it much. That didn't move it at all. Almost at all.
Oh, no, that's nice.
I like the idea behind the system, but the fact that it's so random, that you have to put things in randomly hoping to actually get something, like it doesn't show you how much an item is worth in trade. You have to drop it into the bins. That's just silly. I like the display. I like the idea. I should be going. And say we've got Wit and Scale, Dry Apple Cider, Canesters, the Old Bridge, established 1834, Creamy and Dark. Those be like, may I offer you a branch and a speck of dirt for this? Barter. Skill check fails. Yeah, well, I was right. I've now filled out the inventory, the amount of glass that I can carry. So basically, until you fill up the crafting inventory item type, you can keep picking them up. Upstairs for protocol troops only, Wit and Scale Cider, Canesters, and Old Bridge. So I've got all the cloth and glass and other bits and pieces. We started off right by shooting some troublemakers. Shame we can't do that again. There are few enough locals left as it is. Cornish pasty. Eat 'em up, yum. Why not? I'm going to just... We got a lot of Cornish pasties sitting around. Mind you, pasties are delicious. Well, they don't want me going upstairs. I'm not going to push my luck. I have played a good deal of Slay the Spire. Yes. A lovely little game, Slay the Spire 2, is coming. Not too terribly long from now.
Keep your nose clean. Stay to this place.
I'll keep my nose clean. I regularly pick my nose. Didn't notice a way down to the basement. Reverend's got his hands on a battery. Heard today the Reverend got his hands on one of them atom batteries somehow. Says he's a collector. Just made me think in case we need something with more of a kick. Alf. Ah, okay, I just didn't notice.
You're very afraid. What are you doing down there?
Poking around. It's just what I do. No stealing penalty? Well, I guess we'll sell all this to the guy. The nails from his floor, yeah. Well, the thing is I don't think I can sell the crafting mats, and the crafting mats are free to steal.
If you or any of your friends or family show signs of report it immediately.
Let's see. Atomic batteries. That's part of the main story. Reverend got his bakery. Sims wants me to investigate Wyndham. The pre-order, the buried treasure. Alright, where's the other buried treasure then? No. Going up. Bandage, combat stim. It's so bad. The inventory space is it's nightmarishly not fun. I mean, sure, I know games tend to give us way too much wiggle room on stuff. Carrying, 1,500 pounds. Script fragment. Fragment of script. Flint. You'll never hold us for long, you fiend. You have a tiger by the tail, no mistake. Archdruid. Mad laughter. You think your threats can frighten me, Sergeant Jack Flint? Soon my master plan will go into action, and all my enemies within the zone shall be turned into trees. That's what you think. What? What do you mean by that? Ho ho! Wouldn't you like to know? That's a quality dramatic production they're putting together. Okay. I'm going to head back out to Slattendale, as I'm not sure that there's anything really useful to me in town right now. We'll see if we can get a little more information about the interchange. There's supposed to be a... Oh. I agree, it is picturesque. Yeah. So there might be something up there that is useful, trackable. Yeah, I'm here in the graveyard. What could possibly go wrong? Me with a metal detector. They're not going to object. Apparently they're not going to object.
Don't be causing trouble, alright?
Alright, I won't be causing any trouble. What will I find that I can't pick up because I don't have any goddamn space? String. A poison bomb. That must be an atom battery.
A contaminated area has been reported in the Skephamore fields. Please stay away from there until it has been sterilized.
Hands away from any weapons.
Back out to Slattendale. That.
The area you are entering is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities.
Outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities. Well, we can't have any of that around here, now can we? I've been called worse by better, sir. Huh. First ladder I've climbed in the game. String. That's it, just string? No. Hey, I can see my house from here. Sorry, I always make that joke. Warning, restricted area. You'd think if it was really a restricted area, they'd have a door on... Oh, well, they do have kind of a gate there, but... Never mind. Cold? Any other fat loot around? Not that I can actually carry anything. Let me show you why I complained about the UI. To find out the command for this... Oh, I've unlocked 3. Disarm traps. Is I think the only one I actually can use it on. So I can now disarm traps. And it's always funny? No, I think you're far too kind. So to find that piece of information, the key that opens up the skills. Options. It started by default, it was at game, so you have to go to controls. Controls preset. That's 2. Customize. That's 3. Wasn't even here. Where was it? Oh, yeah. Miscellaneous. That's 4. 4 clicks to find out what it was. To get to the point where you can change the bindings. What the fuck kind of UI is this? Answer: really bad. Unless it's going to be the same UI for a console, in which case it's awful. But if this is a PC only UI, it is a textbook case in what the fuck is your UI designer doing. All right, let's try to enter the interchange. I should have done a save. So I will do a manual save here. It's just such a bad UI. Maybe, maybe not. Why do you have big metal bins worth of rubble? Somehow I doubt I'm going to be able to open it, but broken. Control room. That going to require a key? No. It's 10 past 10. The pneumatic dispatch tube. This is the only thing I've found that actually sort of allows us to do anything. This is a bank, for lack of a better phrase. So I've dropped stuff in here previously, the tea and stuff I've got, but I mean, if you don't have access to this regularly for emptying out unneeded stuff, this inventory system just feels unnecessarily punitive. Oh, how about store? Okay. So this needs to be in a lot more places. Interesting. Wonder if the map is of any utility. Well, interchange quarantine. Use modified keyboard. Keycard. I didn't actually think that was going to work. I'm now trespassing. I will take my chances. Construction site. More like destruction site. Oh my god. Fucking flock attacks, I think they're called. I hate them. It's another mechanic I'm not a fan of, How about... Well, safety is everyone's concern, you know. Alcohol, shotgun ammo. We've got a lever we can pull. Never met a lever I didn't want to pull, you know? Was that the lights? Might have been the lights. I think that was the lights. Okay, good, good. All right, he's on break. Strange noises from below. New lead found. Explore the construction site at the back of the robotics for the site office key. The site manager wants me to keep a log while he's gone to check the construction site. It's so quiet and we're trapped just the same as we were yesterday. There was the day the power went out and the quarantine cut us off from the others. And then nothing. How long's it been? Months, pardon the yawn. Oh my god. I heard strange noises again from below. The site is blocked off from up here, so boss had to go through the robotics lab. I know he's not coming back. He took the site office key and I'm so hungry. We built all this for the scientists and for what? That requires the office key. Which I ain't got, you know? And the glass makes bunk sounds when you hit it. Your work here is vital. It's also secret. Doc's clever. Keep mum. Yeah, but who's mum? Not me, mum. Right? Robotics and medical are in that direction. This isn't openable. Oh, well, we do have a map of the interchange. Strange noises from below, ain't it? In it. Yeah. Right. Slatin Dale. Oh, we've got the blue. Interesting, the blue. There was the guy that we saw earlier that had the blue tendrils wrapped around him, and he was a feral, it was described as, and he attacked me, and I won because I'm awesome, basically. Main facility, take off work boots. More glue. Notice electric lock. Data store Charlie. Central processor Slatin Dale to the right. That's where we've come from, you know. No power. We'd have to get power up. I'm trespassing. I'm sure they won't mind. Electric lock. Well, I can get into that one. Saving. Central processor. So some sort of 50s era computer thing going on, I'm guessing. The phone. Yes, I do. Are you the operator? What should I be looking for? I'm listening. Mm-hmm. Bootstrap system terminal. A body. Has an atomic battery. Pistol ammo. Gun oil. High power 9mm. Rusty. Maybe I can sell that. BARD. I still don't know what BARD stands for. It's not BART. BART is the Bay Area Rapid Transit. The rapid transit system we have here in the Bay Area. We're enacting a full quarantine protocol. Oberon's secret might be the end for this facility, but it wouldn't do to have the blood of the whole country on our hands. Without an atomic battery in each data store, the sectors of the interchange will seal themselves off. I've already tinkered with the data connections to the central processor, so without my device, they'll shut themselves off too. That way, Oberon and the Windscale plant will be locked away where no one needs to disturb them again. The place is configured for quarantine. You simply need to pull the plug. The others won't like being locked in, but the protocol must be followed. It might be worth sealing yourself in just in case. Gun named Rusty. Well, it's as good a name as any for a gun, really. It's actually kind of a friendly name, you know? Hi, I'm Rusty the Gun. You know, it has sort of a welcoming feel to it. We have the pneumatic dispatch tube again. What can we drop off in there? Average damage, average range. This one's high damage, high range, but low accuracy. I've dumped a bunch of stuff off in here already. We can dump that off. I'm still trespassing, by the way. Scrap. Training stimulant times 3. I will take those. Did that open up any new options for training? Absolutely none. For instance, I don't know why these are redded out and not usable. Don't know. They're not particularly expressive in things with the UI. I may have mentioned that I'm not happy about the UI. Oh, let's bootstrap the terminal system. That's very British. At your earliest convenience, won't you, old boy? Restore power to the 4 data stores and activate the central processor. I restored power to a console in the interchange which appeared to begin the activation process. However, the facility reported that the central processor and data stores are still offline. Plugging in the battery has released the locks on the data stores. The announcement said they require atomic power. We did get everything off that, yeah. There was somebody in the village who was reportedly had an atomic battery. Oh, we had another body. Scientist. Glue, which he was using for sniffing, no doubt. Cut off from other data stores. The damn fool's messing around in the central processor. No word from the outside for 2 days, and they all start acting like madmen. I don't trust him, and I don't like him. We'll be cut off from the other data stores if he has his way. Maybe you'll have better luck talking him round. The only other route to those data stores is from the outside, through the quarantine doors. Who knows how many weeks they'll keep those sealed for. They'll evacuate us soon. We can't afford to let this place go to the dogs meantime. You know, I like the fact that we don't really know what's going on. I'm perfectly good with. But a little more of an idea of what my priorities should be, where I should be focusing. The storytelling has been limited so far. So I guess that was... I have no idea. That's quarantine. Data store Delta. New lead found. Data store Delta. Mooning? Mooning to me? Did you drop pants and show me your cheeks? I'm not sure if that's a euphemism in New Zealand or not. At least when I was a kid, mooning meant dropping your pants and showing your butt. The full moon, you see. I was young and foolish. Morning. You probably meant morning, I'm going to guess. Morning to you. Afternoon to me. We've got some more shotgun ammo. Good. Does there too. Good morning as well. And to you. It's hard to know what cultural bits and pieces of flotsam and jetsam are going to make its way between the worlds. Is this openable? It is openable. All right. We are in Data Store D. I have worked with tape systems like this and tape storage systems like this, and they even had the same numbers on the sides. I'm old. Now, funnily enough, at the same time I was working with 9-track tapes like these, I was also working with a Cray supercomputer. Okay, I need another atomic battery to go in here. So we have the central processing we have brought up. 1970? I think most of the people who are on Twitch or YouTube would probably agree that that makes you old. It doesn't make you old to me. But I was working with those kind of tapes, the 9-tracks, in the late 80s and early 90s. I was also working with a Cray supercomputer at that time. in the same room. All right, so there's the facility map. I am there. Data store D, C, B, A, and Oberon. And we have the voice that keeps telling us that Oberon must die. I'm assuming Oberon is a computer? Or possibly, and this is complete hand waving now, like an alien or something that they're trying to use the central processor to contact or talk with. Wyndham Village entrance and a woods exit, medical, the train yard, admin. Construction work. That's where we came in here. The Slatin Dale entrance. Robotics. Scathermore. Detention quarter. Little interesting that you would have a detention quarter, you know? More glue. I'll be huffing that before long. Trust me. 1970s, not old. You're a child, Miss T. A veritable infant. Chemicals. String? What the shit? Oh, rats are... I really dislike the flock attacks that you can run into. Rats or fish or something. Haha. But I can avoid them because I'm smarter than them. Huh. Well, it certainly looks like that's conveniently located for me to... No. Okay, well, it was worth looking at, you know? Okay, it's possible it was just electricity. I thought I saw some critter moving, but that may just be indicative there in the water that there is electricity, and you'll take a little bit of damage if you're down there. Oop. Nope, it shows that I was bleeding, I think. And generally speaking, electrocution doesn't make you bleed. Alright, the electric lock releases. We need the power for, so we need to find ourselves another battery. Another atomic battery. And presumably we're going to need atomic batteries for all 4 data stores. All right, that way to Slatin Dale, which is where we came in. Data store Charlie. New leaf found. Data store C. Charlie. More glue, more string. My string inventory is full. My scrap inventory is full. A little submachine gun ammo. That's the first of that I have found, I think. String, more ammo. Glass is full. Our glass is full, not half full. Data store C. Yep, and there is spare batteries at the dam. Garrow denied my request, of course, but I've heard of some spare batteries over at the dam that we might be able to get our hands on. Could you pick them up for me, Douglas? You know the way into Casterfell Wood and head north. Well, I think we're going to need 4 of them. Thank goodness our inventory will allow us to carry... Oh, wait, no, it won't. Shotgun, SMG. Don't think I want to vault and plummet. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, we've got... There we are. More ammo, obviously, is good. That's right. Oh, I hope they had backups. Oh, we have a debtor. Chemicals and chemicals. Glue. Data store C room key. The amount of my time that I spent doing backups was a significant amount. Working in IT, backups were inevitably part of the gig. And every time we had to restore any data, it always scared the pee out of me. Because I knew, if it didn't work, I could be out of a job. So anytime I see a professional business, like, say, an MMORPG, reporting that they have to roll stuff back, that means their backups work. When they say that they've lost data and need to roll back later, that just means they're incompetent. You downloaded BNS Neo, gave it a try, and uninstalled after 15 minutes, maybe? Hated the loading times in the F-Key quest system. Still plays the same as it did years ago when you tried it. Yeah, it's a serviceable MMORPG. I found no compelling reason to play it. I also found no compelling reason to not play it if you find the game fun and interesting. It's serviceable. Not good. Not bad. Just serviceable. A lot of MMOs don't reach that sort of level. Terrace Land. I had zero interest in playing it anymore after playing it for, 4 hours, 6 hours, something like that. And while I understand that it's supposed to get better with time, I found nothing in Throne and Liberty interesting either. So of the two new MMOs we got in the relatively recent past, they both missed. And the one I thought had the best chance of me sticking with it for any length of time got canceled. The Western release for Blue Protocol got canceled. All right, robotics. I thought that one had the best chance of being worthwhile. Blue Protocol. Of the three Asian, we were getting one Chinese, one Korean, and one Japanese MMO. I expected nothing from Terrace Land other than a bad WoW clone, which it was. With story and narrative and voice work just hilariously awful. My understanding is the raids and dungeons were competent, though. So if you're big on those kinds of things, that would be a reason. All right, we have no power, so I can't get into the quarantined. Oh, we've got outlaws, I assume. Is he going to keep coming? And then the second one was Throne and Liberty, which had a lot of the same issues. The gameplay was better. The storyline and voice work, mostly awfulness.
No trouble. Heck, let's just calm down.
Come on, we've got to turn the tables. Yeah, you take.
Holy shit. You still want to see what's coming on?
Loading my bullets.
Well, they asked for it. Okay, they didn't actually, like, ask for it, you know. I'm gonna consume some bread. Didn't mind Throne and Liberty. You played into level 30s. You stopped after that. The other one, Terrace Land was the other one. Ooh, an axe. Throne and Liberty, the end game, from what I saw, also seemed to be just an incredible Zerg fest. It was technically impressive in that it had, I don't know, maybe 100 players on screen involved in PvP. But the action itself was just a spam fest and a Zerg fest. There was nothing tactical about it, nothing strategic. It was just clusters of people pressing buttons. So it was about the least interesting PvP I've ever seen in my life. Did any of these other guys have anything else to eat? No, not that one. Molotov cocktail. That's something to drink. Sort of. Not really. I think I'm going to call it an afternoon here. I should be back in about 3 hours for my regularly scheduled stream. It'll be more of this game. So far, I would say it's good, but it has a couple of things I don't like. The inventory system is just too small and frustrating. The UI is not great at all. It's bad. If they're also planning a console release, it's a bad UI. If it's a PC only release, the UI is a piece of shit. Inexcusable. By which I mean all of the stuff here when you get to options and you're trying to find stuff. The fact that it takes 6 clicks to get to the key assignments is just 4. Technically 4. Controls, control preset, customize. Control preset, customize. Why it doesn't have just keyboard assignments? Don't know. So, no. To get from that menu out took 4 escapes. That's just terrible UI design. It's bad. Like I said, it's bad UI if it's also going to be a console UI. It's unforgivably shitty UI if it's a PC only UI. But I'm going to call it here. The storyline is pretty spread out so that I don't know. Not only I don't know what's going on, but I don't. There's a lot of side stuff that I'm not sure if I should be doing or shouldn't be doing or need to be doing. The systems aren't clear. It does not do a very good job of sort of onboarding you into the game or the game world. So those are a bit clumsy for starting. But it's got promise. So I will keep at it in about 3 hours. As always, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I'll be back soon. Gonna spend a little time stretching out, get something to get my dinner prepared, and back in about 3. Anyway, thanks again, as always, for hanging out here. I really do appreciate it. I am back in a few. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Hope the rest of your day, morning, evening, choose one, goes great. Back in a bit. But that's going to do it for now. So, ciao for now. Have a great rest of your day. Back later. Bye, guys.